Hey, you guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, we slay the day every day. And today, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I made this gorgeous galaxy tumbler. And yes, of course, I was extra with it and added vinyl. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I made this from start to finish. So let's waste no more time and let's get going. So here are the materials you're going to need for today's project. So the first thing you're going to need is your dusty crusty tumbler turner, your tumbler of choice. Of course, I'm using a 30 ounce, bigger the better, baby. Black and white spray paint. And I always thought this was called washi tape, but if you go on Amazon and you type in nail tape, you will find so many different kinds. You're also going to need this gorgeous, any kind of star glitter will be fine. Some alcohol inks, some scissors to cut your vinyl, and then you're going to need this tool to really get that vinyl nice and smooth. We don't want no air bubbles, baby. And this is the amazing V-split helper from itsprettypersonal.com, and it's this gorgeous galaxy helper. So if you guys didn't know, use code ShawneeShop to save, and let's get into this tutorial because I am so excited. That's when we're gonna head outside to spray paint. So that's when we're gonna shake it up, and you already know what happens when I be shaking it up. You already know, baby. So here I am shaking it up, and I just smell this delicious smell. Like someone cannot be cooking on the grill outside, as I'm over here I will literally leave my project and go and find out who is cooking, because let me find out. So back into making this galaxy tumbler. So the first thing you're going to want to do is spray paint your tumbler completely black. Just be careful when spray painting. You're going to want to make sure you're going slowly but surely, and you're also going to want to make sure you're spray painting from a good distance, because you are not going to want your spray paint to be running all down your tumbler like a drip. You are going to want a nice, clean, flat spray painted tumbler. And say if you really didn't like spray painting and wanted to do this differently, you could also pull out your acrylic paint and paint your tumbler that way. But the main thing that you're going to want to do before heading on into your white spray paint is you're going to want to make sure that your black painted tumbler is completely dry before moving on, because if not, you're either going to get a mix of your black and your white, and that's not going to look cute, or your tumbler is going to bubble up. And also, I did not mention, but make sure your tumbler is completely sanded before spray paint. Let me tell you, around here, we love a nice prep tumbler. Look how beautiful, okay, period. So now with the white splatter, there is no rhyme or rhythm to this. You are going to want to just spray paint little splatters all around your tumbler, top, bottom, a little in the middle. And honestly, you're going to want to do this little, that's literally what almost I feel like the noise would sound like coming from a mouth. But look, see what I mean? The spray bottle is supposed to spit up onto your tumbler, as if you were in an argument with your 5th grade teacher. You can't talk back, and you know this teacher is just telling you where to go, and you are just taking it, hoping it is gonna stop. Imagine that in spray can form, spinning up onto your tumbler. Do what your teacher was doing. What would your teacher do? Okay? Trust me, the more you can imagine that annoying person just rambling in front of you, spitting all in your face, you will have the most gorgeous galaxy tumbler ever. Trust me. What I do with my spray can to make sure I'm getting that right amount of pressure is I will actually spray a little bit in the opposite direction of my tumbler. In that way, when I'm lightly letting go of my finger, it's doing that little perfect spray. Spray, you know what I'm saying? So after you make sure you get a little on the bottom, a little bit on the top, some in the middle, you are then going to move on to the next step. And your tumbler should look something very similar to this. And like I said, that spitting method, baby, came in clutch. Let me tell you, look how gorgeous this is already looking out, and I am so excited. So then we're taking this inside, and I am ready to move on to the next step, and I'm beyond excited. And I am here to tell you that we are bougie on a budget and we are going to use what we have. So I'm going to pull out some purples, some blues, this pink alcohol ink to then put on my tumbler. And you're also going to need some alcohol ink. That is very key to mixing your alcohol inks. I know I didn't say this is a materialist at first, sorry, but you're going to need these little like makeup beauty wedges. They're like sponges, but they're wedges, okay? So here I am going to rip out, because they're not just coming out nicely. You're gonna rip these suckers out. You're gonna need at least a good like 4 or 5, because you're gonna want one for every single alcohol ink that you have. And make sure to have paper towels on deck, because alcohol inks are honestly one of the most messiest things besides glitter to work with. Imagine just alcohol inks spraying in the wrong directions and staining and getting on the wrong things. So make sure you got paper towels on hand, babe, okay? And in case your alcohol inks are running, you have paper towels to just be on the safe side. So that's when you're gonna gently start, oh, see what I mean? Already spraying in the wrong direction. That's when you're gonna start literally blotching color of the blue, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit of everywhere. So that's when you go around your whole tumbler doing that. And I'm not gonna lie, you better get that hand muscle ready, because you are going to be blotching. Like, you know how in my last video I said we are going to be tapping the glitter? Well, in this video, we are blotching. Like, blah, 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 blah. If I was the sponge, I feel like this was the noise it would be making. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, maybe that is what a fish would be making. But either way, like, the sponge is making the same thing. So then after you are done with your first color, you are going to then grab a new beauty wedge sponge and blotch all over your tumbler, all in those white areas. And I know you guys are probably like, Shawnee, what the heck is going on? But this is one of those tumblers where it's like, I trust the process. Like, you gotta like wait it out and trust that this tumbler is going to come out gorgeous. Because why would I lie to you? Like, why would I do this whole video for absolutely nothing? So then after you are done with your third color, second color, you are then going to move on to your next color, which is your purple. This beautiful purple color. We are going to dab. Ooh, blotch. What about dab all over that tumbler? So that's when you are going to rotate your tumbler and dab. Like, look how gorgeous. And literally there is no rhyme or rhythm to this. You are just going to be going all over your tumbler blotching. And this is when I thought that this alcohol ink was gonna work, but it was not even cut open. Like, come on, I got alcohol inks in my drawer that I haven't even opened yet. So here I am, cutting it with some scissors, making a mess out of everything. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be using alcohol inks if you're not making a dang mess with it. So I finally got this bottle open, and we are putting a very little drop. Like, you see what I'm putting? I'm not putting so much on it where it is dropping all over my tumbler and it is bleeding all over. I am putting a small little droplet. I am being very demure with it. I mean, not like how I am blah 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 all over the tumbler, because you gotta blah 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 all over your tumbler if you want to get a good result, baby. So then you are going to literally go back and forth between your colors until you feel like you have a pretty good coverage of each color on throughout your tumbler. But tell me now, can you guys already see the vibes of the galaxy? I can already see like the purples and like the blues mixing together, and I am already getting so excited, you guys. In a way, we literally are doing makeup, because one, we are using beauty wedges, and 2, we are now using alcohol. I mean, you ladies and men, don't be using alcohol to be blending your makeup. But in this case, alcohol is like your beauty sponge, like your makeup sponge. It's like your blender. So basically you're gonna use your alcohol to blend those like rough lines all around your alcohol inked areas to give it that like almost like, oh my god, ready guys? That smoky eye, but on a tumbler form, that like smoky galaxy effect. Like, tell me not, like, we are making comparisons, and I think it is just tying hand in can't. Like, but like, guys, seriously, how gorgeous is it when I just smoked out those areas with the alcohol? Literally, it is bringing this tumbler to life. If you guys are like, oh dang, I don't know what to do. Some of the alcohol ink is gone from here. Do not worry. Alcohol ink is very forgiving. And then what you can do is literally go back in with your beauty sponge. Beauty wedge, and add some more color into those areas that you feel like are dull and need more. But don't forget, then go back in with your alcohol very light. I'm not talking like dip your sponge inside the alcohol and have it all soggy. Nope. I'm talking like a little dip of your foot in the pool. Like dip it in. And then honestly, squeeze it. You barely want any alcohol ink on your beauty wedge to blend. And that's when your tumbler should look something very similar to this. And you guys, look how stinking gorgeous. And honestly, you guys could leave your tumbler just like this. Well, not just like this. You gotta epoxy it to seal everything in. You guys know me, I always gotta be extra. So that's why today I'm gonna be adding vinyl to this tumbler. If you guys haven't checked out itsprettypersonal.com, you guys better head over there right now because she has all different sorts of V-split helpers. Yes, you heard me, V-split helpers. If you don't know what a V-split helper is, let me tell you, babe. They are literally, like it says in the description and the words, a V-split helper to help you do V-splits. So many different designs to choose from and so easy to use. You literally just cut out which one you want to use and plop it on your tumbler. Like, easy as that. And then you can get glittering, etc. The only hard thing is choosing out which one or two or three or four or five. I'm just joking. The hardest thing to do is choosing out which ones you want to use because they're all so stinking gorgeous. For today, I'm going to be using this really gorgeous starry, like, night galaxy helper. And then for my other one, yes, I am using Sue. I am going to be using this other one that is also really stinking pretty. And this was also another hard part because for one, I am obsessed with this tumbler and don't want to cover like any of it up. But I already had this amazing idea of adding vinyl to a galaxy tumbler. Honestly, this step could be like a cover up of any imperfections that you have with the tumbler. So like, say if there's like a little area that like you're not like loving so much, or like you just want to like maybe like bring out like a certain area a little bit more, then like cover it up with vinyl. So then what you're going to do is give that vinyl that satisfying pull, like ooh. And what I like to do when putting on my vinyl like this is by pressing right down in the center of the vinyl and then giving it like a little wrap of like a burrito, pretty much pressing it down, making sure that everything is nice and smooth and flat. And that's when you get your handy dandy vinyl tool from It's Pretty Personal to get everything nice and smooth and flat. And I do have a tool that cuts the vinyl from the bottom of the tumbler, but in this case, if I was to use that tool, it most likely would have scraped up some of the paint from spray painting, or honestly even the alcohol ink. So what I'm going to do is resorting to cutting as close as I can to the edge of my tumbler and then pulling the vinyl as tight as I can to give it as smooth as I can to the bottom of the tumbler. And just like that, one of your V-split helpers are already on that quickly, and look how gorgeous. So after finding that perfect spot to apply your next piece of V-split helper, you are then going to want to tuck in your vinyl at the top of your tumbler because we are going to want to give a nice rim job. You heard me. Yep, I said it. We are going to be doing a rim job. Because you know over here at Shawnee Shop, we love a nice clean rim. That's when you take your handy dandy blade and you go around the top of your tumbler, going slow and surely because first, you do not want to cut yourself and be bleeding all around your tumbler because you will then have to stop and go take care of your dang self. But look how gorgeous this is coming out, you guys. Both of my V-split helpers are now on, and it is now time to head on to the next step. And yes, the next step is adding the nail tape. And I swear, if there's one person that has brought me out of not only decaling my tumblers, but now pinstriping my tumblers like no tomorrow. Like when I tell you I am going ham, pinstriping, nail striping, washi taping, whatever you want to call it, I am doing it. And I want to give it big special thanks to Myra Makes It. When I tell you, well, her name is not Myra Makes It, but you guys probably know her as Myra Makes It. Her name is Myra, and she is beautiful, and she is the queen of tumblers. If you guys didn't know, you guys better head over to her page because you guys, when I tell you, she be going in on her tumblers. When I tell you her tumblers are absolutely gorgeous, and that is where I get so much of my inspiration from, and that is why when it comes to decaling and coming down to those little details, it is key. Because when I tell you guys, I used to just glitter some tumblers and be like, yo, guys, the glitter speaks for itself. Like, no, Sean. I mean, yes, Sean, the glitter is definitely gorgeous, but details are everything. So honestly, at this point, this is when you can be creative. You can be putting any colors you want that match your tumbler perfectly. So that's why when I looked at this tumbler, for some reason, gold, purple, and this holographic silver really stood out to me. There's one thing I learned in my small business life is don't let anyone rush you and don't let anyone discourage you. Work at your own pace and at your own time because slow and steady wins the race. Would you rather rush through your tumbler and be like, oh no, I wish I could have done this, or oh no, I rushed and now it looks like this, or would you rather have taken your time and made sure everything is correct? And honestly, when I'm in a rush, I'm not even having fun. I'm literally just trying to rush through my project just to get it done. So that way, when I'm taking my time, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm loving my craft. And trust me, you guys, your audience will notice all these details because when I tell you, people will even notice if you got a little boogie hanging from your nose. You're gonna tell me they're not gonna notice all these beautiful, gorgeous details that you just did to your tumbler? Think again, hun. People will notice all the hard work that you put into your tumbler. So don't just try rushing on a tumbler to get it done and to put it out because it's your name behind it and you're going to want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. And honestly, a reason I love doing a galaxy tumbler is this kind of tumbler can really be done in a single day. It's not like you're glittering, waiting for it to dry, having to wait for epoxy to sit over for 4 to 8 hours, whatever it is. You're able to decal, vinyl stripe, whatever you want to do to this galaxy tumbler. It's already dry from the alcohol inks because alcohol inks, it dries so quick, lightning speed. And that's when you can get to decaling and doing the fun stuff to your tumbler before you epoxy. So if you're ever in like a creative block, this is a fun and easy tumbler to create. Like, you guys tell me how stunning. Like, this is holographic nail tape. Like, holographic nail tape from Amazon. And it is dirt cheap. Like, I swear, I got a pack of like 36 holographic nail tapes. So many different colors for under $10. Like, if that's not a stale deal, I don't know what is. No, to some of you guys, this might be like the boring part, like, come on, Sean, get on with the fun part. But honestly, this is one of my funnest parts, is adding these final details and seeing the tumbler come to life. But you guys, tell me not, the face card never declines around here. Like, this is stunning. I honestly outdid myself. Like, look how gorgeous this is, from the galaxy effect to that washi tape, nail tape, whatever you want to call it, to the gorgeous vinyl. I am already head over heels over this tumbler. So that's when your tumbler is going to look something very similar to this. And guess what time it is? It is now. It is epoxy time. Yes, you're correct. First, can we appreciate these details, honey? Like, I went to town. Let me know if you guys can hear this right here. That's me giving myself a pat on the dang back because, like, this is fire. Like, put my feet right now on the campfire. Fire. Queen Myra herself taught me this special tip right here, you guys. Before epoxying over your washi tape, your nail tape, whatever you want to call it, you gotta cover it with some kind of glue, Mod Podge, For me, I have Mod Podge on hand. And the thing about Mod Podge is it can also be used to glitter your tumblers. So right now, what I am using it as is a sealant to cover my washi tape, my nail tape, whatever you want to call it. That way it will not repel when I go to glitter, because if you do not do this step to seal in your vinyl, your washi tape, whatever you want to call it, it is going to repel every single time. And I know you crafters know what that is, and I know you know how annoying it is, because when you'll be on that final step of epoxy thinking that your tumbler is going to be ready, able to be sent out to its home, you go to look at your tumbler the morning after epoxying and it is repelling. Like, final coat wear. And if you guys don't work with Mod Podge and you guys are like, Sean, what the heck are you doing? It is all white, like you are painting like white paint all over your tumbler. Nope, do not worry. The cool thing about Mod Podge is it dries clear. So give your washi tape, your vinyl tape, I'm already out of breath, whatever you want to call it, a little coat over it to make sure it is not going to repel when epoxying. Now, after we have mixed up our epoxy, we are going to add my absolute favorite thing into my epoxy. And if you guys didn't know, you guys probably know already by now, it is Diamond Magic. And look how stunning Diamond Magic is. I was going to tell you what it is, but it's describing itself right here. It is diamond, like diamonds in glitter form. Like, no, I'm just joking. It is micro glitter, and it is an additive for epoxy that gives you pretty much that diamond glistening effect, and I add it in all my final coats of epoxy. You guys don't have some of your own, head over to myramakes.com and use code ShawneeShop at checkout, because you need this in your craft shop on deck. And I swear I have like a love-hate relationship with epoxying, because I love epoxying because it brings out the tumblers with that like shiny and glossy effect. But epoxying, like, no shade, it is a lot. Like, between PPE and giving your hand a cramp by mixing it up, like, this is why I got a love-hate relationship. But like, when I tell you the ending result is worth it, like, I know you guys can see the tumbler already glistening. Like, look at that Diamond Magic do its magic. And look at me, when I epoxy, yes, I am very demure. I'm very cutesy with it. Look at me stroke the tumbler very slowly with it. I'm not just going crazy with it like I'm in a race with it. I am making sure my tumbler is nice and smooth, like baby smooth. And this is when I'm going to grab my Talking to the Moon. Don't I have such a beautiful voice? Like American Idol, here I come. Nope. That's why I'm here making tumblers. So that's when you take a little pinchy pinch of your moon glitter. Ooh, I like the sound of that moon glitter. Ooh, can someone come out with a glitter called that moon glitter? I feel like that'd be so pretty. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your glitter and place it all around those black areas. And yes, if you make a little oopsies, because I know you might, because I do it all the time, you got your gloves and you can easily reposition your glitter along your tumbler. And that's when you are going to let your tumbler spin and let it do its thing, and hope that your epoxy that you mixed is mixed correctly and the temperature is right and everything is right in your room and the mood is set. Just joking. No, seriously though, epoxy, she is a lot to handle. So that's when you are going to really let your tumbler spin, and I'll see you in the morning. And just like that, you guys, our tumbler came out absolutely stunning. Now, look at that shine. Look at that gloss. Look at the details. Like, I am mind blown. I am speechless. Like, from the stunning galaxy effect to the gorgeous glitter just doing its thing with that holographic movement, like, it's doing it for me. The matching vinyl that we added from It's Pretty Personal to just throw this whole tumbler together. This tumbler is breathtaking. And look, you guys, because we sealed in our nail tape with the Mod Podge, it did not repel a single bit. I am so beyond excited that I added vinyl to this tumbler because I have done Galaxy tumblers before, but adding vinyl, this nail striping tape, just took this tumbler to a whole new level. And you guys already know I'm going to give you a close-up shot of these details because, honey, like, this is beyond gorgeous. I hope you guys love this video as much as I loved making this tumbler. As always, slay the day, every day. Shawnee, out. Mwah.